Welcome to this week's episode of your entertainment recap show, What's Up, Oh What's Down. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Courtney. We've got a great show for you today, packed full of both the ups and the downs of entertainment this week, so we hope you stick around.
Starting with movies, Furious 7, the latest film in the Fast and Furious franchise, amazing stunts with cars flying through the air, and also had an emotional goodbye to star Paul Walker. The film broke multiple box office records. Not only did it have the highest opening film in the franchise history with $143.6 million in the US, but also worldwide it had $384 million. It also broke the record for the highest April opening, so definitely 2 thumbs up for Fast and Furious.
Furious 7 was fantastic. 2 thumbs up for the film itself and its record-breaking numbers. In some down news, Daniel Craig suffered a knee injury on the set of the new James Bond film Spectre. Luckily, the film was wrapping up, and the teaser trailer, which is up for us, has been released and creates much anticipation for its November 2015 release date.
Horror fans, we have an announcement for you. You should be excited to know that a teaser trailer for Sinister 2 has been released, and you can now view a clip from the upcoming Insidious Chapter 3 on IMDb. Also be on the lookout for those films coming out this year.
And moving on to music now, a huge announcement from Kid Cudi.
So excited.
The Ohio rapper released the name of its upcoming album titled Speed and Bullet to Heaven. He also said that his album will be released really, really soon. Definitely an up.
Absolutely. Definitely an up. 2015 is becoming the year of the royalties, as another artist is now accused of copying a song. This time, singer and songwriter Rihanna is accused of having her song Bitch Better Have My Money sound too much like Better Have My Money by Just Britney. This is just one of the many royalty cases this year, the first major one being Sam Smith and Tom Petty, and even more recently, Robin Thicke and the family of the late musician Marvin Gaye. And after hearing both of them together, definitely similar.
Definitely not an accident in my opinion. Very similar. But on a brighter note, Rihanna pranked Jimmy Kimmel April Fools by walking to the late night talk show's house and waking him up at 1 a.m, and she performed the song with full choreographed dance team.
It was absolutely hilarious. There's literally streamers, a boombox, and he just looked so out of it. It was a classic, so good job, Rihanna. Classic rock fans will be saddened to know that Lynyrd Skynyrd's former drummer passed away recently. Skynyrd's original drummer, Robert Burns Jr., was involved in a fatal car crash last Friday. Police say that Burns was not wearing his seatbelt, which possibly contributed to his death.
In other news, California rapper Kendrick Lamar broke his own streaming record recently. The album To Pimp a Butterfly hit 9.6 million streams the day of its release and then topped that the second day with 18 million streams, so congrats, Kendrick.
Yeah, congrats, Kendrick. That's awesome. But an even more exciting news about Kendrick, he's engaged. He put a ring on it.
Yes, the rapper announced that he has proposed and engaged to his longtime girlfriend and high school sweetheart, Whitney Alford.
Following in the footsteps of Zayn Malik, you can tell I'm not a One Direction fan.
And I am.
Panic at the Disco drummer Spencer Smith has apparently left the band due to personal reasons. Smith made a blog post on the band's website thanking fans for the fantastic experience and the unbelievable journey of being part of Panic at the Disco. So now Brandon Urie is now the only member of the original group to still be in the band.
I love him though. He's my favorite.
Very
in the
talented.
Group. Yeah, super talented. Onto TV, a former Bad Girls Club member died Friday night at the age of 22. Lindsay Jade Berardi, the show's network Oxygen, released the statement of Berardi's passing, but did not mention the cause of death. Berardi's former co-stars have expressed sympathy to Berardi's family, and her family have opened up donations to an animal shelter in remembrance of their daughter.
So very, very sad. Definitely a down for this week. A potential Full House remake titled Fuller House could be coming from the company known as Netflix. The show is supposed to star Candice Burr, who will reprise her role as DJ, and Andrea Barber, who will reprise her role as Kimmy. The show will also have members of the original cast guest starring on the show, if it is greenlit, with stars like Bob Saget and John Stamos. But personally, I want the Olsen twins. Like, come on. You gotta
I want
have
them too, but John Stamos is plenty enough for
If they
me.
get him, yeah, that's very true.
In other news, George R.R. Martin has announced that he will have the next book in the Game of Thrones series finished by 2016. Yes. We are very excited to see what is in the next installment of the Game of Thrones series, and we'll be sure to catch the premiere of the new season this Sunday.
Yes, and he actually released an excerpt from his new novel on his website.
Yeah?
So you can definitely check that out if you're a fan of the books. Now on to gadgets. The new Apple TV will not support 2K video streaming, which is definitely a down. Apple states that there just simply isn't much to watch in 4K, but very excited about Apple TV. It was one of the last projects that Steve Jobs worked on.
Yes, I'm very excited as well. And in other news, the tech company Hyperkin is releasing a device that turns your iPhone 6 Plus into a Game Boy, and it will immediately bring you right back into the 90s, which is a total up.
They gotta have Mario though. If they don't have Mario, it's just not worth it. Speaking of the iPhone 6 Plus, remember that whole uproar about the phone being easily bent? Well, turns out the new Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge bends under the same pressure as the iPhone 6 Plus. Sounds like a down to me, and I think it's funny considering Samsung was one of the companies to give Apple flack after that bending snafu.
Yes, karma is for real.
Karma it is.
And now for an up for parents and a down for teenagers, the new Chevy Malibu has a feature where parents can see how much of a reckless driver their teen is. If the teen uses a special key, the parents can see how far they drive, how many times they got distracted, how loud their music is, and much more.
It's kind of scary being a former teenager. Not sure how I feel about that, but it will help the roads be safer, I guess.
Yeah,
so definitely an up for that.
Teens will be getting new cars.
Yes. And Chevy Malibus are great. They're beautiful. But speaking of beautiful, for celeb gossip, we have my favorite celebrity, Miley Cyrus, who was quick to speak up after Indiana Senator Tom Cotton tried to pass a law in Indiana allowing businesses to discriminate against gays under the Religious Freedom Restoration Act. Tell everyone what Miley did, Court.
Miley posted the senator's phone number on her Instagram, and she explained to her followers who he is, what's been going on with that, and she gave out his number, and his voicemail quickly filled up with messages from her fans. A total up. Way to go, Miley.
Yeah, don't mess with Miley. But she did say that obviously she has his number, so she would love to chat with him. So hopefully those two chat. After Julianne Hough received backlash for dressing in blackface nearly 2 years ago on Halloween, over the weekend, Kylie Jenner has been accused of wearing blackface makeup in a series of pictures on Instagram. Jenner has responded by saying, this is black neon lights, people. Let's all calm down. Yes, it is purple and sparkly, but did not stop many Instagram users from getting upset about it.
Yes, it seems as though blackface wasn't Kylie's intention, but a down for not being more aware and more sensitive. In other news, Avril Lavigne has revealed why she has disappeared for the last 5 months, and it was because of a tick bite that left her with Lyme disease. She couldn't talk, move, and she even said she felt like she was dying.
So very sad. Definitely a down, but we're glad you were feeling better, Avril, and we can't wait to hear some new music. Now, lastly, the Fox anchor that criticized Kelly Clarkson has issued an apology to the pop star. Mike Gallagher and Chris Wallace, both from Fox News, have apologized after fat-shaming Clarkson during a radio interview. Meanwhile, Clarkson has shrugged off the offensive comments and instead focused on playing games like Clue with her family. So,
Yes.
Good for you, Kelly.
Well, that's all we have today. I'm Courtney.
And I'm Brandon. From all of us here at Talent TV and What's Up, What's Down, have a great week and see you next time.